Perhaps the most fulfilling thing that we do is create homeowners, individuals who may have not thought that homeownership was in their near horizon. You see, the vast majority of the market cannot walk into a bank branch today and get a home loan. And there's a myriad of reasons for that. A new job, relocation for an existing job, newly divorced, a foreclosure or bankruptcy that's somewhere on the record, student loans, or even just getting a new car loan. The list goes on, but the stereotypical candidate tends to just be the family or person who's either self-employed or an independent contractor. There's over 15 million independent contractors and 30 million small businesses in the country. Unfortunately, banks won't usually consider them for a loan simply because their tax return looks a little bit different than a middle manager at a widget company. So the big question here is, how is it that the residential buyer's rent-to-own program helps people become homeowners? Well, in terms of the mechanics of how this actually works, it's really pretty simple. We're going to agree on a purchase price today, and within a calculated scope of time, you're able to complete your purchase of the home. Now, before we break down the details of exactly how that happens, let's first just note that we're obviously not going to approve everyone and anyone to move into our homes. We're looking for candidates that need seasoning and perhaps credit enhancement to be approved for a traditional mortgage. Though those are not insignificant things, we're actually able to provide both of them to help the mortgage loan approval process. You see, it begins by taking candidates with limited, damaged, or great credit and then putting them into a mortgage-ready plan. You see, credit can be repaired pretty quickly, and it isn't even the largest consideration for the bank. We work with a phenomenal credit enhancement company that'll implement a strategy which typically increases your score by about 85 points and over the course of about 6 months. Again, credit, it's not our biggest concern, and surprisingly, it's actually not even the bank's. What a bank needs to see and what we need to confirm is whether you are able to fundamentally afford the home, whether you're a stable investment for the bank to make. So how do we go about making someone a great investment for the bank? Well, using a disinterested third party, they'll verify income, job history, run a full background check, and at that point, they're able to run an underwriting simulation with the same software that top banks utilize. Now, in that underwriting simulation, we confirm that you have a qualifying debt-to-income ratio defined by Dodd-Frank criteria. We see a clear path for creditworthiness or determine if you need to use our credit enhancement program. And we calculate a conservative date for bank approval for a mortgage on the home. Yes, that's right. We are assembling a conservative date and a set of conditions for you to follow to be able to get approved for a traditional loan. Lastly, we ensure there's an adequate amount of skin in the game from our tenant buyers. In other words, are you able to provide enough of a deposit to ensure that you're serious about the path to home ownership? Or perhaps you're still better suited to continue being a renter for now. Now, when you attain traditional financing on our home, we credit your entire deposit to the purchase price of the home. But the size of the deposit, it's an important factor that you're capable of taking full responsibility over the home. This is where the magic begins. We've already completed the underwriting simulation, your deposit is paid, and now you're actually living in the home. Your only job now is to follow through on the plan. This is what is commonly referred to as seasoning. You continue making the timely payments on your car, complete the credit enhancement program if applicable. Maybe you reach that 2-year mark for residing in the area if that's something you were needing to do. While you go through all of that, you're simultaneously demonstrating to the bank through these lease payments that you can indeed afford the mortgage. All of the things we discover and review in the affordability analysis just require seasoning at this point. Now, one other pretty cool thing is that on or before your mortgage ready date, the company that we use to provide your analysis, they'll even connect you with the most competitive home loans once your seasoning is complete. If you'd like to consider one of our rent-to-own properties, just make sure to join our mailing list. You'll get updated whenever new properties become available. Hope to talk to you soon.